Hi, this is Dr. Parvin and I welcome you all in Om learning classes. So as per our previous lecture, we already completed the first synchronization technique, that is Costa's receiver. During this lecture, we have discussion about the pilot carrier and scaling loop synchronization technique. These synchronization techniques are utilized for synchronization in phase and frequency of the carrier with respect to transmitted carrier wave instead of utilizing local oscillator. So, these synchronization technique avoid the need of local oscillator, which is utilized for coherent detection at the receiver end. This is done to reduce the complexity and cost of the receiver. Now we start our discussion from pilot carrier synchronization technique. In the pilot carrier synchronization technique, a small amount of carrier signal known as pilot carrier, very important. If the large carrier is transmitted, then we mention large carrier, and if a small amount of carrier signal is transmitted, then we have pilot carrier. A small amount of carrier signal, which is our pilot carrier, is transmitted along with the modulated signal from the transmitter. This small amount of the carrier signal, which is known as pilot carrier, are separated at the receiver by an appropriate filter and is amplified and is used to phase lock the local generated carrier at the receiver, and this phase locking provide the synchronization at the receiver in terms of phase and frequency with respect to transmitted carrier wave. And this system where a weak carrier is transmitted along with AMSC signal, AMSC means amplitude modulation suppressed carrier signal, is also referred as partially suppressed carrier system, as the carrier is not totally suppressed. So, the synchronization technique using pilot carrier is known as partially suppressed carrier scheme. Now we have the third synchronization technique, which is our scaling loop, and is very important. In this, the received signal is scared by using scaling circuit as shown in the diagram. We have the received signal, which is corresponding to our DSBC signal, that is our MT into cos omega CT. Then we have scaler, which perform the scaling of our received signal. After scaler, we have the narrow band filter, which is centered corresponding to minus plus 2 omega c, which is our angular carrier frequency. Then we have the phased locked loop PLL. In PLL, we have the multiplier, low pass filter, and VCO, which is our voltage control oscillator. The output of this PLL is passed from frequency divider circuit, which can be our bistepper multivibrator, and the output of this frequency divider we get corresponding to our carrier signal proportional to cos omega CT. Now, as per our mathematics, we first take the received signal, that is MT cos omega CT. Then we have the scaling of this received signal, and in scaling we have this equation. If we assume the MT signal, which is our modulating signal, that is equivalent to AM cos omega MT, then we have the important understanding about scaling functionality of this synchronization technique. Then by utilizing MT is equal to AM cos omega MT, putting their value, and after scalar of this received signal, we have the output, that is equivalent to AM square by 4 bracket start 1 plus cos 2 omega MT plus cos 2 omega CT plus cos 2 omega mt into cos 2 omega ct, bracket close. Now the term cos 2 omega ct may be obtained by using a narrow band filter which is oriented on minus plus 2 omega c, which is our twice of our carrier frequency. Then we have the PLL phased locked loop, which remove the error according to frequency drift, and the output of this PLL is passed from frequency divider by 2, and this frequency divider can be accomplished by using bistable multi-vibrator, and we have the output that is equivalent to am square by 4 into cos omega ct, which is corresponding to our desired local oscillator signal for coherent detection. And by utilizing this carrier signal, which is in synchronized with transmitted carrier wave in terms of phase and frequency, are utilized for coherent detection at the receiver end. And this circuitry will avoid the use of local oscillator at the receiver end, and that further reduce the complexity and cost of the receiver instead of utilizing local oscillator at the receiver end. So with this, we completed all the three methods of synchronization technique that avoid the need of local oscillator at the receiver end. And these synchronization technique are utilized for suppressed carrier modulation technique for coherent detection, and also utilized at analog QAM detection. So thank you very much for your precious time. Stay healthy and enjoy smart learning. And dear friend, please subscribe this channel for getting regular updates. Thank you very much.